Good morning, everybody. It's raining outside. It's a weekend. Um, my husband's working in the kitchen, so I moved out to our piano room. And here's my dog hanging out. This is to mix up the images. And there's a narwhal. And we got this at Busch Gardens. And I hope Busch Gardens open soon, but we'll keep close to God and keep trusting Him. And I've been reading when I can The Phantom Tollbooth. So that's my book recommendation for this week or month. It's just very creative and fun. Okay, so we're doing Acts 17. When Paul and his companions had passed through Amphipolis and Apollonia, they came to Thessalonica, where there was a Jewish synagogue, church, temple, and on 3 Sabbath days he reasoned with them from the scriptures. He talked to them and thought about it and rationalized it. Let's go. So they go to Amphipolis, and Apollonia, and Thessalonica. He reasons with them for 3 Sabbaths. Acts 17:3. This Jesus whom I preach to you is Christ, the Christ. Some people you can reason with, and some people you can't. It's hard to share faith, but some people accepted it, and some people didn't. This is synagogue of the Jews. Some of the Jews were persuaded and joined Paul and Silas, as did a large number of God-fearing Greeks and quite a few prominent, important women. So here's Paul and Silas, and some people joined them. Some Jews, Greeks, and leading women. Some of them were persuaded, and a great multitude of the Greeks, and not a few of the leading women, prominent women. They joined Paul and Silas. Just like nowadays, some people join Christians and some people don't. Or hopefully they'll have another chance in their whole long lifetime to join Jesus and the church. But other Jews were jealous, envious, and jealous of the other's power and mad about the other person's power or objects. But other Jews were jealous. So they rounded up some, bring them around, bad characters from the marketplace, formed a mob, a bunch of people, and started a riot in the city. A riot is a big fight that's carried out, that's gone crazy, that's not thinking. Many people destroying things. A riot. So, some Jews were jealous, and they rounded up bad characters from the marketplace, formed a mob, a lot of people, and started a riot. Come on, everybody. Come and do this riot with us. They rushed to Jason's house in search of Paul and Silas in order to bring them out to the crowd. So they all went to Jason's house, where Paul and Silas were, in order to bring them out, drag them out, maybe kill them, beat them up, talk to them. They're just not thinking. So here's the crowd. They rush to Jason's house and look for Paul and Silas. But when they did not find them, they moved on the ground, they dragged Jason and some other believers before the city officials, shouting, "These men who have caused trouble all over the world have now come here, and Jason has welcomed them into his house. They are all fighting against Caesar's decrees, orders, saying that there is another king, one called Jesus. So there's Jesus. So these men, they're saying, before the officials, before the city officials, I imagine them as in a suit and a tie, city officials, and they're mad, and they say, these men have caused trouble all over the world and come here, and Jason has welcomed them into his house. They are defying Caesar's decrees. They're going against the leaders, the Caesar, and they're saying somebody else is king, Jesus. Then they made Jason and the others post bond and let them go. So, bailing them out. Give us money and we'll let you go. So Jason and the others were able to leave. They posted bond, or bail, B-A-I-L. At night, they went to Berea. These were more fair-minded than those in Thessalonica, in that they received the word with all readiness and searched the scripture daily to find out whether these things were so. Acts 17:11. So at night, I guess they had to leave Thessalonica peacefully at night. They left for Berea. There was a Bible bookstore in California named Berea. And they were more fair-minded than Thessalonica. And they received the word with all readiness. And they searched the scriptures daily to find out whether these things were so. So once they heard something, they would search it out. The Bereans are thought of as being good students, good scholars, and searching for truth. May we all search for the truth and be open to things like Berea, not like Thessalonica. We all know places like that are hard to the gospel, but we want to be open as a people and a city. As a result, many of them believed, as did also a number of prominent, important Greek women or leaders and many Greek men. Prominent, maybe rich, Greek, important, number one, men and women. Prominent Greek men and women believed in Berea as a result of the studying. So I guess Paul, I don't know if Paul is arrested here or I have to check it out, but he's taken somewhere. Those who escorted, maybe his friends, they were his host or walked him around, took him around. Those who escorted Paul brought him to Athens. While Paul was in Athens, he was greatly distressed or sad to see that the city was full of idols. So idols are like statues that are worshipped. So I saw a movie, Lightning Thief, last night. There's Zeus, Artemis, Perseus, Hermes, Poseidon. I don't know the Greek names or the Italian names. So he reasoned in the synagogue. He rationalized, he talked about